The young prince Theseus strains against a massive rock, a test left by his father, the king of Athens. He succeeds, overturning the stone to claim his birthright, a royal sword and sandals. He stands on a cliff, facing a choice between a safe sea voyage or the dangerous land route to his father. To prove his worth, he turns from the ship and begins his journey down the perilous road. He soon meets the bandit Theseus, who bends pine trees to catapult travelers to their deaths.
Almost there.
Theseus dodges the snapping trap and grapples with the muscular brute.
You've fallen into your own trap.
He forces Theseus into his own device, launching the bandit to his doom. Further on, he confronts the bandit Siren, who forces travelers to wash his feet on a narrow cliff.
Now, clean my feet.
When Theseus kneels, Siren expects submission, ready to kick his guest into the sea. But Theseus suddenly grabs the bandit's leg instead. With a powerful heave, he hurls the surprised Siren into the sea below.
Please don't!
Now, there's no need
His
for
final
that.
challenge is the shack of Procrustes and his monstrous, torturous bed. In a flash of steel, Theseus draws his sword and disarms the surprised smith. He forces Procrustes onto his own terrible bed, ending the bandit's reign of terror for
This
good.
is your bed.
An ominous ship from Crete arrives to claim its terrible price. 7 young men and 7 young women, destined as sacrifice for the Minotaur.
Don't look, my love!
Are they taking the children this time?
Athenian citizens on the docks watch its arrival with faces full of dread. King Minos' herald stands on the gangplank, unrolling a long scroll.
No, stop! Don't take him!
Guards begin moving through the crowd,
He's all I have! Please, let him go!
separating young adults from their
How
families.
can I let you go?
A woman desperately clutches her teenage son,
I will return to you.
her tears falling on his tunic.
It is time, Papa.
A young woman says a final,
Be
heartbreaking
strong.
goodbye to her weeping father.
I promise I will return to you.
Theseus watches from the palace steps, his face a mask of growing anger. He sees the 14 chosen tributes huddled together on the dock, shackled. King Aegeus places a hand on his son's shoulder, begging him with his eyes to stay silent. Theseus gently removes his father's hand, his decision made. He strides purposefully down the steps and through the parted crowd. Theseus stops before the Cretan herald and declares he will be a tribute.
I will be a tribute.
A gasp ripples through the crowd as he is shackled with the others. In a private moment, he vows to his distraught father that he will slay the beast.
I will slay the beast.
Theseus points to the ship's black sail, promising to return
Father.
beneath a white one.
I will return with a white sail.
The tributes arrive in Crete, their ship docking beneath the shadow of King Minos' vast palace.
Away with the Athenians!
The Athenian youths are forcibly paraded before a jeering crowd in the central courtyard.
Look at them!
King Minos watches from his throne, his face a mask of cold, arrogant satisfaction. His daughter, Princess Ariadne, observes the procession from her balcony with a look of pity. Her eyes lock with Theseus's, and she sees not fear, but defiant nobility in his gaze. That night, Ariadne slips silently into the prison cells where the tributes are held.
Take these. They are your only hope.
She finds Theseus and presses a ball of gleaming thread
I understand.
and a sword into his hands. She whispers a frantic explanation.
This thread will guide you, but you must not let it break.
The thread will guide him back out of the labyrinth. Theseus is then thrust into the absolute terrifying darkness of the maze's entrance. He ties the thread's end to the stone and begins to unravel the ball as he walks. He moves deeper through the impossibly shifting, shadowy corridors of the maze. The only sounds are his footsteps, his breathing, and the faint unspooling of the thread. A low, guttural bellow echoes through the stone passages, growing steadily closer. Theseus rounds a final corner and comes face to face with the monstrous Minotaur in its lair. With a roar from both, the hero and the beast charge into a brutal, final confrontation. Theseus stands panting over the defeated Minotaur, his sword stained and his body weary. He retrieves the glowing thread, his only guide back through the twisting maze. Following its path, he locates the other terrified Athenian tributes in the darkness. He urges them to be silent and follow him, gripping the guiding thread tightly. The group moves swiftly through the labyrinth, the thread leading them unerringly forward. They burst out of the maze's entrance, blinking in the sudden daylight of Crete. Ariadne is waiting for them, her face a mask of relief and urgency.
Come on, this way!
She leads them to a hidden, swift-sailing ship prepared for their
The ship
escape.
is waiting!
The ship cuts through the nighttime waves, leaving the dark island of Crete behind. At dawn, they sight the lush island of Naxos and decide to land for rest. As Theseus and Ariadne walk on the beach, a strange magical mist envelops the shore.
Ariadne.
Theseus turns to find Ariadne has completely vanished into the swirling fog. He frantically searches the empty beach,
Ariadne!
calling her name into the silent mist.
Ariadne!
A heartbroken Theseus is finally led back to the ship by his concerned crew.
It's all right. We'll get through this.
The ship departs Naxos, with a grieving Theseus staring blankly at the receding island. In Athens, King Aegeus stands daily on the cliffs, scanning the horizon for his son's ship. Far out at sea, the Athenian ship sails for home, its black sail dark against the sky. Theseus sits alone on the deck, consumed by grief, the promised white sail forgotten below. The old king's eyes squint, finally spotting a distant speck on the vast horizon. The speck grows steadily larger, revealing the distinct shape of an Athenian vessel. A flicker of desperate hope lights up the old king's face as he leans forward. On the ship, a crew member looks uneasily towards the forgotten sail, then at his prince. The king's hope begins to waver as the ship draws near enough to see its color. The ship closes in, the black sail now clearly visible against the bright sky. The king's face crumples in utter despair, his worst fear confirmed. He takes one last long look at the ship carrying his supposedly dead son. Overcome with immeasurable grief, the king hurls himself from the high cliffs. His body plunges down towards the churning sea far below. The ship with the black sail arrives in Athens harbor to a waiting, cheering crowd. Theseus, crowned the new king, stands victorious but hollow-eyed, the cheers feeling like accusations.